All right, y'all, let's plant some purple hull peas. Got it tilled and we're fixing to get them in the ground. Stick around. So this is where we had peas this summer, and they did okay. We ended up traveling a little bit, and the weeds got away from us, as you may be able to see. Actually, the corn's not too bad. The second planting, the first planting got kind of bad, but
yep,
it's wasn't that bad when we were picking in there. So the best way we're going to replant fall peas in here. The best way to have done it would have been to kill it, either tarp or herbicide, then really burn it off, like probably 3 weeks before we got ready to plant. Now we didn't do that. This is kind of not the best way to do it, but this is the way we're going to do it to get fall peas in. August 1st is a couple of days away, which is kind of our time here to get fall peas in, to be able to get a crop in before the frost gets here. So what we did was we sprayed it all to kill it. Now I could stay out here for a week tilling this spot. I don't know if y'all have ever tilled pea spots much, but the vines are tough. And the tiller has got a depth gauge on it that tells it how far to till, which is a little kind of like knife blade that goes up and down. And those pea vines, you come up to a pea vine, then it curls around it. And then every subsequent one curls around it too. And then you end up having to pick up big ball of peas, or pea vines, even though they're dead. And it's very hard to till. So that's why it would be better to do all this beforehand, to give all that stuff a chance to rot, or burn it all off. Just have it dry, set it all on fire, and burn it off. So, I mean, peas, doesn't have to be tilled this much. It's just what I did. See, I mean, you get that kind of stuff that just starts to get hung up on the tiller. I mean, it's tilled up pretty good right now. And I've been knocking up a bunch of earthworms, which is a good sign.
You've been killing the earthworms?
Well, if you divide them, they multiply.
They do not.
I think so.
They don't regenerate, do they?
I'm thinking my nose is running everywhere, but I hope it's just sweat. Either way, y'all are going to have to deal with it. Because it's about 100 degrees, which is the perfect time to come and do dark garden work. It's what, 11:30? Yeah. So now, between now and 3 o'clock is when you should exert yourself the most, when there's 104 heat index. Okay.
Well, you're used to it. You're used to working out in this heat. Most people.
Yeah, but it's still hot though.
They'd be in the house by now.
Still hot. I don't know if y'all can tell, but fall is on its way. The sweet gum is starting to drop their leaves. So I'm also going to cut the grass today because it's gotten ahead of us, and we're going to move the chickens. We're going to knock all this corn down with the mower. I mean, not trying to landscape, but just knock it down. And then we're going to move our chicken pen, or electrified chicken pen, over into the corn, let them eat the remnants, and also fertilize this spot while we're doing it for next year. And then I think our plan is to try to move the chickens around our garden spot with this portable electric fence. She's got another portion of electric chicken fence on the melons, and so we're going to incorporate that so they'll have a nice big pen, and they'll keep on doing their thing too. All right, can we plant now?
We can. These chickens are going to have a heyday when they're in here eating this corn that's mowed down. Plus they're going to be helping us fertilize the garden for next year.
So this is the Earthway garden seeder, and it's got a lot of plates. These plates come off, and you can put different seeds. I'm not a huge fan of this thing. It's about $100, and I think this is the second one I've ever had. The plastic ends up, getting brittle on them. But I don't know, I still use it. That's their small bean plate. It comes with all the, I don't know why I didn't throw those in there. I'm gonna throw them in there. Saving a little handful of peas for nothing. So originally I wasn't gonna use this thing that's gonna cut the trench. Y'all can see right here, this thing right here will cut the trench. This chain is supposedly gonna cover, and then all this turns and the seed drops out. I eventually wasn't gonna, I had decided that I wasn't gonna use this because a bunch of trash piles up on it, especially if you're doing it. Peas were here before, so there's a lot of pieces of vine in here. That kind of stuff gets on the front, it just balls up. But whatever, it's 7:30. I want to get them planted, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. So it's helpful. You don't have to do it when the, and I've already filled it past the full line, but I guess I'm not worried about it. But when it starts to get empty, you kind of need to lean it to one side to make sure the plate stays full of peas. You know, it would bring the plate level, pea level or whatever you got in there, like to that right there, and it would keep your plate full. I've got the depth set at 3/4 of an inch because this is so well tilled. It's very mushy. I usually plant them about 1 inch deep, but I'm gonna plant them a little bit lighter because the next rain we get is gonna wash more dirt over these little trenches that I'm fixed to make. Even though it's covering the seed up, they'll end up being a little bit deeper than what I'm planting now. So I'm gonna see how much this thing aggravates me and try to stay in a straight line. So that's the peas dropping out, so you can see your progress. It's actually dropping more peas than I like, but I got about 5 pounds of peas. This is what I'm talking about on the trash piling up right here. All that stuff right there is what gets caught. Now I'm about halfway down the field, so it's doing better than I thought. But that's what's aggravating about pea patches. You can take some caulk or even some clay if you got it, and fill every other pea pocket, you know, so it won't plant this many. This is planting more than I want to plant. We'll end up having to come out here and thin them. But like I said, I got 5 pounds of peas, and peas aren't that expensive. Kind of got to walk like Fred Sanford while you're doing
this. He ain't right. What you doing, Lou? Day. Give my thumbs up on the steering. Hey, Sally.
Look at that.
What?
The only bad thing about freshly tilled dirt is it becomes a litter box. Get it. Golly. Golly. Man, she dropped a good one too. Still going.
She's gonna cover it up though.
Yeah, but I almost stepped in it.
Bless it.
Get out of here.
She just fertilized it for you. She's just trying to help out and do her part.
Well, nobody wants that kind of fertilizer. Golly. I mean, hit right in a road. We're going to avoid that spot altogether. That cat caused us to lose 2 foot of road. Gotta get rid of them cats.
We're not getting rid of those cats. We love those cats.
So appreciate everybody for watching. If you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button so that you'll know the next time we get ready to plant peas, you'll get notified, or anything else, or watching a cat do his business.
Not that one. The
Yep.
other one.
See y'all on the next one.